Presiding Officer, the core of the Victims, Witness and Justice Reform Scotland Bill is about supporting victims, and I want to begin by recognising everyone who has been impacted by the matters it seeks to address. Victims, witnesses and survivors, families, campaigners and support organisations. Many of you have shared your own lived experience to help shape the bill, and I know how painful that was, and I am grateful for your courage. Presiding Officer, let me speak directly to those people today, whether watching online or joining us in the gallery, as I know some are. You have campaigned for many years for many of the reforms in this bill, which Parliament will vote on tonight. Whilst it will not lessen the pain you have gone through, I hope you will feel a sense of pride and achievement with the changes you have brought about. Presiding Officer, let me also thank the committees that considered the bill, particularly the members of the Criminal Justice Committee, past and present, and their clerks, and the wide range of individuals and organisations who brought significant legal and academic expertise through their engagement with the committee and with the government. I am also grateful to all of those involved in major pieces of work that informed the bill: the Victims Task Force, the Lady Dorian Review, the large-scale jury research, the Victim Notification Scheme Review and the NHS Education Services Trauma Workstream and the Emma Rich Clinic. I also thank my officials in private office for their considerable support and patience throughout the bill's passage. It's fair to say this journey has been a marathon, not a sprint. Presiding Officer, this is a large and ambitious bill with the scope to make fundamental and meaningful changes, ensuring a justice system that meets the needs of sexual offence survivors, the majority of whom are women and girls. A justice system where victims are treated with compassion and their voices heard, where processes are modern, fair and transparent, and the rights of the accused continue to be protected, where there is a strong public confidence in justice outcomes, and which will better protect vulnerable parties and witnesses in civil cases. That is what Parliament has the opportunity to support tonight. This bill is a landmark bill of reforms, and I wanted to ensure that I worked collaboratively across the chamber to reach a consensus wherever possible. And I want everyone to be in a position to back the bill today. It is time to come together. I listened to concerns about piloting single-judge rape trials and took the decision not to pursue this, instead bringing forward amendments to enable further research on jury deliberations to help us better understand the impact of rape myths on decision-making. And if Parliament agrees to this bill, I will seek approval from the Lord President to commission this as a priority. Changes made to the bill also reflect the determination to work constructively with MSPs, and I have worked and engaged with all parties, as was seen during Stage 2 and last night's Stage 3. And many MSPs have changed this bill for the better, and I thank each and every one of them. Presiding Officer, I know that cultural changes and new laws this Parliament has introduced means women feel more able to report sexual offences. However, it pains me that so many have to even face the challenges that brings. It is abhorrent that so many women and girls are victims of sexual crime, and whilst I believe that laws and culture can help protect women, we need men to address their abusive behaviour and the attitudes underpinning it, part of the prevention work we carry out through our Equally Safe strategy. The reforms in the bill will implement a trauma-informed justice system and introduce lifelong anonymity and independent legal representation, which will afford greater protection to sexual offence survivors. And I cannot stress enough how essential the creation of a new National Sexual Offences Court will be for improving survivors' experience. Lady Dorian, the Lord Advocate, senior members of the judiciary, the Scottish Courts and Tribunal Service, victims and support organisations have all been clear that this standalone specialist court can deliver further improvements in culture, process and practice that will benefit many. MSPs supporting the bill today should be proud of the part that they have played in creating this court, a court we may wish was not needed, but it will benefit so many. And for victims generally, the Victims and Witness Commissioner will have a significant role to play, ensuring the interests of victims are central to the operation of the justice system. Presiding Officer, I am pleased that there has been cross-party support for the abolition of the not proven verdict from manifesto commitments of several parties to supporting the bill today to bring that change about. There is much to be proud of in our justice system, and there have been many recent positive changes. This bill builds on that with reforms that can create the structural, procedural and cultural shifts required to make improvements for victims, witnesses and survivors. Where we are today has been reached by listening to many voices in advance of and during the passage of the bill. Parliament must demonstrate that it is listening to and is serious about putting victims and witnesses at the heart of our justice system. Presiding Officer, let me conclude by once again quoting Lady Dorian, who explained why reforms in the bill should be supported. If we do not seize the opportunity to create the cultural change from the ground up, there is every risk that in 40 years my successor and your successors will be in this room having the same conversation. Presiding Officer, I move that Parliament agrees the Victims, Witness and Justice Reform Scotland Bill and that it be passed.
Thank you.